Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean Dominica. We welcome all our audience to this competition, this national competition, as we find out tonight who will be the national winner for Dominica, rolling on to pitch in the in the regional finals on September 25th. Why do I keep on Sunday, the 25th of July. My apologies. So before we get this started, I invite the EWC Caribbean lead, Dr. Marcia Brandon, to open us with a welcome address.
So yeah, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Those of you who are here with us as pitchers and or judges, and of course the EWC Caribbean team, and all of you who are watching us throughout the world as we stream. Uh, so, Entrepreneurship World Cup is a movement, I like to say a movement, that is actually taking place throughout the world in different timelines, I guess. There are many countries who are now doing their national finals, but there are some countries who are still in their final stages of receiving applications. In the Caribbean, we are in our national finals, and the Caribbean, although we started extremely late, we only started in May, and now is July, but we were able to have or to attract over 600 applications throughout the region, and 166 of those people who applied actually submitted full applications. So for us in Dominica, um, for the two, should be three, but I'm not sure what's happening with our third contestant. But for the three contestants who are here with us, or pitchers, as I like to say, who are here with us, we are really very, very proud that you were able to make it, that you were able to actually find the time, because we know it was extra. And I heard Miss Winston saying that in because of time, she wasn't able to do and I know the time was extremely short, and it was the same for us because we were trying to make sure that we could bring this opportunity to the region. And so for Dominica actually had four uh, four applicants, people who actually applied on the platform, and three of those were able to become full applications and be submitted through to be to go through the round one assessment, and now they're here. You're here in the national finals. So congratulations. And I really want to wish you all the best. For EWC Caribbean and EWC itself, it is it is a program which is operated by Jen, and I keep saying Caribbean. I can't keep the Caribbean up, by Jen, Global Entrepreneurship Network. And Global Entrepreneurship Network is a global movement, really, of over 180 countries. Entrepreneurship World Cup started in 2019, and it is being operated in over 200 countries. So it's a phenomenal movement that's going on within the entrepreneurship ecosystem to help entrepreneurs everywhere throughout the world to start businesses, scale businesses, grow businesses, become innovators, become creators. But you know what? It's also to connect the world. It's also to connect people throughout the world. And that is going to be extremely important, even more so now as we build forward better during and beyond COVID, and as we build forward more equitably, because we cannot do the same things we were doing before COVID. And so we are extremely honored to have judges who are volunteering tonight from Dominica to be here with us at this time, and to have you as pitchers who will be here, and of course, Crystal and all our other viewers. So thank you and good luck and have fun. Don't be pressured. Just do you. Okay? Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Brandon. And as we say, this is your stage. This is your opportunity to showcase your businesses. But before we get this started, we do also have an address from our GEN, the Global Entrepreneurship Network, from Mr. Jonathan, and we will be sharing this address now.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Altmans, and I'm the president and the founder of the Global Entrepreneurship Network. And on behalf of all of our global partners, especially the MISC Foundation, I want to welcome you to the Entrepreneurship World Cup. Over the course of the last 3 years since we kicked off this initiative in nations across the world, we've helped more than 300,000 startups to test their ideas. Yes, they've competed for prizes. They've competed for the opportunity to get support, but in the end, all of them have got access to training, to perks, and to the networks of their peers that we hope will help them succeed if they didn't this time around. But this time around, yes, they're competing for $1 million in prizes and many millions of dollars in perks and other kinds of benefits, not to mention the training and the mentorship and the ongoing support that comes with being a part of the EWC community. We are very, very proud this year that the finals will be in November. They'll be back on back with the Global Entrepreneurship Congress, which is GEN's annual large gathering of the year of all 200 countries that we operate, that we're bringing together the leaders of those ecosystems with their startups and their investors to really take a close look alongside their governments at what the future has in store for us in this post-pandemic environment. Right now, we're seeing the roaring back of our economies, and it's time for us to take a careful and thoughtful look about where are the tailwinds, yes, but where are the opportunities for us to build back better in this post-pandemic global environment. So we'll be having that Congress. Whether you win and get into the EWC 100 and make it to the EWC final stage, it doesn't matter. You're all welcome to join the Global Entrepreneurship Congress in Riyadh in November. If indeed you're ready to get back to live face-to-face community building and relationship building, we would love to have you. More information can be made available at gec.co. But today, we're focused on the Entrepreneurship World Cup. Welcome. We look forward to meeting all of the startups participating and look forward to seeing some of them indeed at the global gathering that takes place in November. So good luck and thank you.
Thank you. And so there you have it. There are so much opportunities available across this experience. This is not just a one-time event. This is training, resources, perks. There are so many opportunities for entrepreneurship development. So we are very proud to have this available for our entrepreneurs in the Caribbean region. I turn it back to our lead, Dr. Marcia Brandon, to introduce our judges.
Okay, so as I said before, I really want to thank our judges who are here this evening to lend their expertise so that we can have a winner to go forward to the Caribbean regional finals and maybe even to Riyadh in the global finals, because for the Caribbean, we have one guaranteed space for the winner of the Caribbean regional finals to attend the global finals in Riyadh and to pitch there as well. And that's going to be an amazing opportunity because of the fact that it's going to be over 200 countries there, amazing connections, amazing resources. and of course, amazing opportunity to see another culture, new food, new place, and all of that. So we have Mrs. Ginny Rivera, and I hope I'm not slaughtering your name, Ginny. Maybe she's not hearing me. Can everybody hear me? Yes?
I'm hearing you.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
I put on my
okay.
video.
All right. She has she holds the holder of an executive master's degree in business administration, as well as an honors BSc in management studies. And she has been a mentor, I can tell you, with COESL, with InfoDev. She's done many different entrepreneurship and business development courses. She has over 20 years working extensively in Caribbean countries, including the OCTs and the FCORs. And she has done work through contracts with World Bank, European Union, USAID, UNICEF, UNIFEM, CDB, and of course, as I said before, she's helped to establish, facilitate, and assist MSMEs to improve their competitiveness. So I could not have asked for a better judge to be here tonight to complete the circle of three. She's done market research, and she's done numerous trainings in different disciplines, including business writing skills and business ethics, communication, customer service, marketing, and strategic planning. So welcome, Miss Ginny, and thank you again, as usual, for your always ongoing partnership and always willing and just eager to help. Thank you. And the judges who are here were all recommended by Ginny as well. So Mrs. Aird, Thompson Aird, she works in a multifaceted private sector environment with a focus on logistics and other financial services and business development. And she has served on Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce Board as a director from 2013. She's held positions of vice president, and eventually in 2016 to July 2018, she was the president, and as the CARICOM private sector representative and subsequently acting chair of the Caribbean Development Fund. She has a wealth of experience, and she's contributed to the socioeconomic development opportunities because they have she's been sought out to do that. She's engaged at the 57th meeting of the OECS Authority, and she has to date, as a private sector representative, she continues with her roles as deputy chair of the CDF, private sector representative on the World Bank, Dominica Doing Business Committee. She's a private sector representative on the Minimum Wage Advisory Board. I think I need to talk with you about that. She's maintaining a focus on public and private dialogue and partnership to enable policy reform and long-term economic growth, which is a part of her mandate. Thank you so much, Mrs. Thompson-Aird, for being here with us. And we have a true entrepreneur, another true entrepreneur with us, who is Mrs. Fidelia McIntyre. She is an ex-banker. She spent 13 years in numerous banking roles as a financial specialist at Scotiabank. She is owner and managing director the past 12 years of the Oasis Elegance Home Decor and Oasis of Elegance Home Decor and Furniture. So we thank our three judges, and we recognize our pitchers, who is AP Transport Corp, Mr. Larry Cabron, and 3E Naturals, Miss Vanessa Lisa Winston. And these are the judges who tonight will say which one goes forward to the Caribbean finals. No pressure, judges. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Brandon. And so, yes, without further ado, we will be transitioning to the national finals for the EWC Dominica 2021. Before we begin, we will give you some insight into what the judges are looking for in these finalists. The judges are looking for, are they the right person? So the people, is this the right product? Is it globally scalable? Is it relevant? Do they have the potential to pull this off, pull off the business that they are presenting? And can we predict if this business can do well, can become a success? So finalists, I welcome you. I say congratulations in advance for reaching this stage of the competition. I wish you much success in your presentations. And as we say, always women first. So we invite our finalist, Miss Vanessa Winston, to start sharing her screen and begin to present her pitch to the judges. Miss Winston, you can start to share. And once you begin to speak, your 3 minutes will begin. Miss Winston, will have 3 minutes to present her business, and each judge will have 2 minutes to ask her further questions to elaborate on what she has presented. So, Miss Winston, when you are ready, you can begin, and your time begins.
Good night, everyone. Vanessa Winston, Dominica. Hurricane Maria was a loss for many micro enterprises. Many creatives lost workspaces. High unemployment among youth, especially those that are not so academically inclined. Awakening for more cultivating hangout spots. Many single parent households, small population, and slow spending power. Producers seek outlets for finished products, developing niche for healthy alternative snacks and cuisine. We seek to create a holistic wellness retreat to foster best eco-friendly practice and agriculture, share the co-production and training space, health and wellness products and service, environmental consciousness and tradition, incubator for creative expression, encourage cross-culture. There is healing, growth, development, and rejuvenation through creative expression and agriculture. 3 in naturals, 3E meaning effort, energy, and enthusiasm. Natural is a social, economic, and environmental enterprise. The youth serves as an apprentice for creative while they develop a skill and build capacity in production. Community tourism, residency connecting and sharing of culture and expertise with locals, especially youth. The center will be constructed with local recycled material and solar powered, and our services and products will be expanded into the regional islands to maintain revenue and growth and a secured outlet, thus the Dominican boutique in Antigua. The retreat center will provide rejuvenation, teaching, learning, and sharing while enjoying unspoiled nature, hassle-free. All needs met from arrival to departure. It will also provide incubator for all creative expression and preservation of traditional art skills, performing arts, poetry, designs, pottery, wood carving, grass weaving. Why Antigua? Antigua has one of the highest population of Dominicans, or Dominican-born parentage. There is also a reliable weekly shipping service to and from Antigua to Dominica. Within the boutique, we'll also have a health snack bar, will be part of the boutique. Our figures are rough estimation as the whole concept is in idea form, so it needs more development. However, our project cost should be rounded up to about 225,000 US dollars. Thank you, Vanessa Lisa Winston, proprietor, New Beginning Gifts and Letters, president of Dominica Arts and Craft Producers Association, volunteer, mentor, inspirational speaker.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. We invite the judges to begin their questions. Judges, over to you.
I'll leave it. Go ahead. Oh, I'm muted. Oh, I'm not muted.
We can hear you.
Okay. Basically, the first question I want to ask is, where is this going to be located? The retreat center itself.
Well, we're hoping that it will be in the heights of St. Joseph within the Layupak area.
Okay. Hira, Padilla.
Yes, thank you. Hi, good evening, Vanessa. Thank you for your presentation. Good evening to everyone looking and listening in. My question for you, Vanessa, I don't know if you might be able to just go back over your slide with regards to your projected costs. You had said that it was a projection of 332,000 US dollars for the project, and you were seeking financing of 225,000.
Okay, 1 minute. Should I share the screen again?
That would be great, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it was projected revenue.
Okay, yes. So your projected revenue, you had a capacity of 10 visitors, and that's for a 2-week stay, correct?
Right.
The price per night, your 130 US per night, covers what exactly?
Well, it will basically, when the persons come in, it will cover their transportation, it will cover tours, it will cover their stay and two meals. But it's still in the idea form, so we'll still have to review a few other things. That is one of the reasons we don't have the variable cost and the profit as yet, because we may have to review certain policies that are now coming in due to the COVID, and what are the different policies and the different licensings that that we may have to pay, or the different taxes that we may have to pay.
Okay. Do you have an idea of the percentage profit that you would want to look at to work backwards from? Like a 2.8%, 5%?
Not exactly at the moment.
Okay.
As I said, it's like we're still in the idea form, developing.
And I noticed you're tapping into a lot of the health and wellness aspect. How do you've spoken to it, but how do you intend to bring your product out on a global scale? Because that would be where you would acquire your mass revenue from.
Hello?
Hi, did you hear me, Vanessa?
Yeah, but I think like the connection was going. If you could just repeat that.
Sorry, yes, I'm up in the hills, so I do lose service quite often. I was just asking you, looking at your proposal, I noticed that for you to make a profit, you would need to appeal to a global market. How do you intend to market your product on a global level for the specific clientele you're trying to reach?
Okay. Well, definitely through promotion, but we also looking to reach into to Antigua to have the boutique in Antigua to maintain that whatever products that is created within the retreat center will have a definite outlet. So we're not just producing without having an avenue to get them out. So we're hoping to set up a website promotion. We have links with someone in Switzerland that is going to help us with promotion. So and we're being part of the international farmers, use different networks that is already existing that we're already part of, like the NGO of Collisions, the international farmers across borders, and so forth, as a form of marketing tool. Every possible marketing tool that we can, we will reach out to them. And actually, it's because we have already heard some of the feedbacks. That's why we came up with the idea.
Thank you, Mrs. McIntyre.
We move over to our next judge, Ms. McIntyre. You can ask your questions.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me clearly?
Clearly, yes.
All right. I'm sorry, my camera is not working. Sorry about that. Hello, Vanessa. How are you?
I am okay, thanks.
Okay, wonderful pitch, wonderful pitch. Let me understand something. This business, this wellness, it's in terms of is food or arts and craft or tapping into the creative side of your clients?
It's actually a holistic wellness center. So it's bringing in the healthy cuisine, combining with the expressive arts, and also helping with community tourism.
Okay, so who exactly is your targeted market?
We have two targeted markets. We have the locals, which are creating a space for the creatives that don't have a space to work in due to Hurricane Maria. A lot of us lost our workshops and we lack creative spaces to work in. So we target the locals on that aspect for co-production space, along with our youth. A lot of them are unemployed, and we want to create an apprenticeship system where we can connect the creatives with the young people and have them skilled. And they will also be able to build capacity for production, and that capacity will increase export. The next target is what we consider the volunteer tourism, meaning that there are a lot of persons that would be willing to pay to come to the island, and at the point that they're there, they're willing to volunteer their services, especially those that are retired, volunteer their services in their skills and expertise to advance, the locals, also to cross culture, to share, and to also learn best practices as well.
Okay. So where you say you will be located?
We're hoping that if all goes well, we're hoping to be located somewhere in the Layu Park area.
Layu Park. And what's your capacity? What you plan?
That area is specifically chosen because it well, we want to produce we want to do about 10 huts, and there will be different attachments. We want to be able to use recycled containers to have a commercial kitchen for the agro processors. Also have a container space, a fabricated container for the studio, and we would make about 10 huts, which would be made out of local material, local wood from the forest. Because as we stand right now, there's a lot of dead trees still standing in the forest that can be harvested, and we can propagate new plants to replace these new trees. So instead of just clearing the land for construction or so, we would utilize the dead trees that are in the forest, standing in the forest, to really do with help with our construction.
So you a team of how many of you are?
Well, my team would be, well, firstly, my family is part of my team, which is 5 of us. And then we also would have the existing, some members from the Arts and Craft Association, which are passionate about the whole idea as well. And we have some what we call diaspora members that are in Antigua. They are members of the association, but they move after Maria. They are in Antigua, who is also going to be part of our team.
And these are trained people. And these are trained people?
Yes, skilled training. Some are agro-processors and creatives. And we'll also be working closely with the cultural division and other grassroots organizations like the Herbal Association, the Health and Wellness Association, and request their expertise as well.
Okay, so one last question. With your location and your team and all of that, and your material, all this material, how will you ensure profitability and sustainability of that type of business?
Well, one, the business is a social economic project. So it will address both social issues and economical issues. We existing producers have limited sales on islands. So we basically looking for export. One of the things that actually, even in a meeting with the small business unit, one of the things that came up is, it came up a while back, is being able to create boutiques in the other islands, Dominican boutiques in the other islands, to ensure that we know that we have a definite outlet for our products. So with that knowledge, and also speaking to the XD and finding out the feedback, the reason for Antigua is because they already have that existing shipping services. So definitely we don't have to go and rewrite the wheel. We don't have to go and look for how we're going to ship our products to Antigua, because there is already that existing structure. And being that it's an OECS island, it is easier to ship to Antigua. We actually tried it in St. Lucia. It worked, but due to Maria and most persons could not produce to sustain the outlet in St. Lucia, then it was unfortunately we had to give up the space, because with that space we were actually renting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So the judges will have 1 minute to put in their scores for this finalist. And again, they are doing so based on criteria and based on category of people, product, potential, and predictability. So judges takes a minute to enter in a score from 1 to 5 for each category. And in that time, we'll ask our next finalist to begin to share his screen. Mr. Larry Cambron, please begin to share your screen and prepare for the judges. Mr. Cambron will have 3 minutes to present his business to our panel of esteemed judges tonight in the EWC Dominica 2021 National Pitch Competition. And so judges, with a sign of thumbs up or a reaction, then I would know that you are ready for the next presentation. So judges, give us a thumbs up if you are ready.
How do I give a thumbs up?
That's fine. You can unmute as well and say that you are ready. Once you are ready for the next finalist, we will continue. Perfect. Thank you so much. So in our next finalist in the EWC Caribbean Dominica 2021 National Pitch Competition, we have Mr. Larry Cameron. The minute you say your first word, your time begins. You must unmute.
Good evening. I'm Larry Cameron from Access Point Transportation Corporation, or we shorten it as AP Transportation Corp. All in all, we are focused on bringing consistency, reliability, and comfort to mobility in Dominica. Currently, most people who travel via buses have a lot of questions. Unless you go in directly to one location all week, you would be aware of the answers. But normally they ask, will the next bus be heading my way? How much will it cost? Will there be space on the bus for me? Will the driver have change for my cash? Do I have enough cash? Questions that actually could cause frustration. And also you have the cases where people would sit on buses and wait, because currently the bus system is based on an on-demand basis. And that's how it goes going forward. We are looking to provide a solution to that. And the solution would be to bring a company that brings consistency, reliability, and comfort to the transportation market. And all of that will be powered by green energy using both solar and wind. We're looking to have buses on rotations on a schedule, moving at 10-minute intervals, 10 to 12-minute intervals, so persons would be aware of what is going on majority of the times. The market in Dominica, it is not as large as other countries, but our current population is estimated at 71,000. To start the project, we are looking to have the pilot route connecting the two towns, that's Portsmouth and Roseau. It is estimated that about 25% of the population is traveling on a daily basis. That would be about 10,650 persons daily. Some of them use private vehicles, some use the bus. But we are looking to target just 10% of that traveling population. The key differentiators between what we are bringing and what is already existing is increased frequency, reduced and simplified fare, because some people are not aware of what the fare is to certain locations. And sometimes if you stop a bus, the bus would give you the price based on his discretion at the time. We also want to bring the capability of paying using apps via phones or computer, however you may choose. And the comfort, we bring in larger buses, more space, better seating. What was that?
You can go.
Oh,
continue.
Sorry.
Yes.
And we're also looking to have Wi-Fi availability on the buses just to add more value. Another thing that bus commuters don't have right now is someone to get angry with when they're taking the bus. If they're angry with the bus driver, they usually stay silent because the bus driver could ask you to get down. And we want to give them that empowerment to speak freely when they're getting a service. To date, we have already procured the domain for the Access Transport Corp. We have cited the different locations of where the bus terminal, the bus stops will be along the route between Portsmouth and Roseau. And we've been starting discussions with different city councils and village councils to establish bus location, bus stops in the community with branding of AP Transport Corp. And we have also started discussion with Chinese companies about the electric vehicles, the electric buses for Dominica. We have a little issue where they do not have sufficient power as yet to run on our mountains, but that is being dealt with by a company that's working with Costa Rica. So we have bright light at the end of the tunnel. Potential outcomes, in a best case scenario, AP Transport Corp is the market leader and in public transportation, as well as the pioneer for clean energy in vehicles and power. And we could net about 3.5 million annually, EC, if we become the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we see AP Transport being just a pioneer for clean energy vehicles because people may not uptake to it. We expect with proper marketing, which we have working on already, it will take between 12 to 18 months for the market to come on board with what we're offering. But in the most likely results, AP Transport will corner 10% of the traveling population, which would give us between 300 to 500 and net profit, not gross, annually. So,
thank you. Thank you. So judges, I now welcome your questions for our finalists.
Let me just ask, Larry, thanks very much for that. You must feel very alone among all these women, but you're very welcome.
I feel welcome, thank you.
My main thing is your competition would be the present bus drivers.
Yes.
How are you going to deal with that? I mean,
the thing is, the current bus drivers, they offer an on-demand service, which means they stay on the bus stop until they get sufficient persons to move. My buses will be constantly moving, and majority of persons prefer mobility to waiting.
Okay. I'm still not quite clear how, why would somebody go on your bus rather than taking the normal bus? Okay, they will have to wait. But why? How come your bus can go faster? Your bus can just keep moving.
Well, not faster. The intention is to have multiple buses running the route. So when one bus is waiting on the bus stop to be filled, I have 6 buses on a rotation, 10 to 12-minute intervals. Whether they're filled or not, they are on rotation. So the movement is what will encourage them. Also, because we will be powered by green energy, we have the ability to charge lower fares. So we intend to have a reduced and simplified fare in terms of people will pay per ticket. A ticket will be 360 EC, or they can pay a day pass, which would be about 12 EC. Both prices are way below current fees based on the discussion of the bus drivers.
Okay. I'll leave it for the other judges.
Hi, Larry. Oh, sorry, Fidelia. Go ahead.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Hi, Larry. Thanks for your presentation.
You're welcome.
Question for you. Now, I know you have a banking background, so you would have looked at your finances in detail.
Yes.
The initial investment for clean energy is quite high.
Yes.
In terms of your cost per head and your revenue per head, what are your projections for balancing out to obtain the revenue that you express on your slide?
If the projections are accurate, within 12 to 18 months, we will have persons actually moving towards the service we're offering. By that time, we would have been netting approximately 1 to 1.1 million annually, which would make up for the initial cost of about 1 million US within 3 to 4 years.
Okay, my next question is, where will AP Transport Hub be located? Because as you know, we have serious congestion issues within Roseau and Portsmouth with the existing buses that Ginny referred to, Judge Ginny Rivera referred to.
Yes.
Yes.
The hub, we're looking at 2 locations in Salisbury as the hubs, because the intention is to have two cycles within the route. One beginning at Portsmouth and terminating in Salisbury, and the other at Roseau and terminating in Salisbury. So we will have 2 buses on the north and south in a rotation constantly. So the Roseau congestion will affect us more than likely in the beginning. However, if someone has the capability to pay 100 EC a month, 100 EC to transfer themselves between Salisbury and Roseau, as opposed to 100 EC every 3 days on their vehicle, that is something that will incentivize the use of the bus and a reduction in congestion in the Roseau area.
Okay. And my last question before I hand over to Judge McIntyre. I noticed you referenced the mobile and app payments.
Yes.
So I am going to, my next question is with regards to your market. Whom are you marketing towards exactly? Because there will be some elderly people who would not have access to those. So whilst they might be using the facility, I'm getting the impression you're going towards a particular market, a particular
Yes.
clientele.
We will be targeting the elderlies, or the elderlies the intention is to have them kind of a free market for them in the beginning, where we would contact them and offer a pass, which is an actual card for the called an elderly card, which is a part of the service we plan to offer. So elderlies who do not have, are not too savvy in the technology of phones and so on, we have made accommodations in the marketing to incorporate them. And that will also we intend to discuss social security integrated with the offering.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Larry. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a very exciting pitch, and I can see the excitement, and I can hear the excitement in your voice when you talk about it. It opens, it gives room for a lot of questions, really, really, a lot of questions, and I may not even have the time to ask all of the questions that I would like to ask.
Give me all you can.
But I'm sure you have done market research and of course, SWOT analysis.
The full market research is not yet completed, but we started.
Not yet completed, but you've done your SWOT analysis where you identify your strengths and your weaknesses and your opportunities and threats.
Yes.
And what you think are your strengths and opportunities that will allow you to be sustainable?
Correct. What I think push the sustainability of that service is the increased frequency primarily. It will be a reduced cost, but the reduced cost is not sufficient to pull customers from the buses they're already using. But I see the frustration in people using the buses, sitting and waiting. And in interviews with people on buses, that is one of the main concerns, sitting and waiting. Majority prefer to be moving, whether or not moving slower, the fact that they're moving is a comfort to majority of people.
But are they really going to be moving? Are
Yes.
they really going to be moving in
Yes.
a place like in our congested Roseau?
Well,
your route is Roseau to Portsmouth.
Right. Now it is congested in Roseau, but most of the congestion in Roseau starts from about Canefield. Now that congestion, as long as the movement, which within 12 to 18 months should take effect, comes in, that congestion should reduce because it'll also fuel persons who use their own vehicles to Roseau.
Mm-hmm.
The reason it is suggested that would only people is because of the effectiveness of that service as opposed to using private vehicle. During the week, maybe not the week going on their own parties. During the week, it would circumvent the convenience.
Don't you think that one of your threats is that you may be contributing to the congestion?
It is a possibility. However, I am only bringing 8 vehicles. We have private vehicles of maybe 20 to 30 coming in monthly. So I may not be that much of an issue.
You mentioned something about your net profit for the year. You think it's going to be something like 3.5? 3.5
if it's the best case scenario where we are the market leader, meaning that we get about 50% of the current traveling population. That would be about 5,000 people daily. 5,000 people, not just from Portsmouth, but Salisbury, St. Joseph, and the different in between, who commute to Roseau on a daily basis.
Okay, and so what magnet really are you going to use to take people away from the regular buses of $1.50 or $5 to come on your bus which is how much?
$3.60 per ticket.
$3.60. What strategy you going to use?
Well, with the exception of Focole, which is close to Roseau, everywhere else has a price range of $2.50 to $7 to $10. So from Canefield to Dublin, you're looking at anywhere from $2.75 to $6 to go between Roseau and those villages. So the cost of 360 is a much lower price. And in addition to the low price, you have the increased frequency where you will be sure that a vehicle is coming within the next 10 minutes and it is cheaper. And I can sit in comfort and I don't have, if I report that bus to the company, I can report that driver, like what he said, as opposed to I have to be quiet or the bus driver will ask me to go down.
Right. One more question. You have, although I have a lot of questions.
No problem, no problem.
One more question. If one of your buses or two or three of your buses break down, what you have planned?
If three break down, I should be able to support until I get it. If three break down, I should be good to come in by within 3 months, because the 8 buses takes care of that. The 8 buses is to ensure that 6 are running at all times and 2 are there as backup. So in the event 3 break down, 2 will come in. The 10-minute interval requires 6 buses to run the 45-minute route effectively. So those 6 buses on a rotation will cover that for the period. If 3 go down, we can pull in the other 2 that are outstanding and have a chance to order the 3 others to replace that what was damaged.
You did some planning, Larry.
Right.
Sounds good.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
can see you put a lot of research into this project, Larry. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so, judges, there you have it, our 2 finalists for this evening in the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean Dominica 2021. I invite you now to join the breakout room so that you can have your deliberations. So you can click the breakout room and enter the judge breakout room.
Breakout.
Yeah. There we go. So, Dr. Brandon. Yes. Now that the judges are in deliberation, give us your feedback as to how you feel now that the entrepreneurs have pitched their businesses.
Just joking.
I was just going to be like, Dr. Brandon, have you fell asleep on us? Welcome back.
Yeah, I was listening. It's all, I mean, your entrepreneurs are amazing. I mean, you were extremely well prepared. And I really like that. I like that you did your research. I like that you are confident about your idea and you pitched it confidently. I didn't hear any nerves from either of you. We have had some very nervous pitchers.
I was nervous.
You were?
It did not show.
I didn't hear it. But yes, I do think that that you both did very well, and now we'll wait on the judges. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Miss Winston, how do you feel?
You need to just unmute yourself, Miss Winston. You might have been on pause. Are you with us? Yes.
How do I feel? I'm a bit nervous. No. but it's interesting. It's interesting. Really, I'm type of person that work with entrepreneurs and really like things different and everything. So yeah, it's It's just another journey and
Yes.
another way of encouraging others. As I always say, aspire to inspire.
Nice. I like that
Absolutely.
one. Have you ever pitched before?
Yes, I did but that was a long time. That was in 2012 when I
Yeah.
was in Colombia for the Six Summits of the Americas as one of the
Ah,
finalists for the TIC
Tick
Americas.
Americas. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Tick Americas really has a lot of
And that
Caribbean
was
people
one
pitching.
minute.
That was 1 minute.
Yes,
Yes,
that
I
was
know.
1 minute.
You know, people have said to me, "Why is the pitching so short at 3?" And I'm like, "Do you really know a pitch?" Like, you
And
know,
I think I'll be pitching on Friday for the we have a thing with the Caribbean Development Bank,
okay, yes,
Anime Caribe.
yes, yeah.
So we're one of the finalists for that at
Congratulations.
creative
Congrats.
expression.
So this is practice.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Mr. Cabron, thank you, Miss Vanessa. Mr. Cabron,
Thank you.
how do you feel?
I can breathe now. I feel better now. Yes, it's. I feel like the worst is past. We did what we came to do, and yes, I feel better now.
Yes. Yes. Great. Thank you so much for both your presentations. We are even excited to see what the judges' results will be. And so, even before that, we will be sharing some information as to what will happen next for the national winner. So, you have a preview of if you win the national fight, the national competition tonight, what will be happening next for you. So, I will just put up my presentation really quickly. So as you know, the Entrepreneurship World Cup started out as an idea and now supports 175,000 entrepreneurs in 200 countries. This is being made possible by 3 co-host organizations, as Dr. Martin Brandon mentioned in the beginning of this, the MIX Global Forum, the Global Entrepreneurship Network, and the Global Education and Leadership Foundation. But the Entrepreneurship World Cup is more than just a competition. It's an entire experience, including training, resources, connections, and mentorship. It's a shot at life-changing prizes of $1 million in cash prize total for the global winners, plus a combined $75 million worth of in-kind support for the top 100 global finalists, and not to mention investment opportunities, awesome resources, and perks from their leading partners. As finalists, the competition was open to you from any stage of the business. So you could have been at idea stage, early stage, or growth and beyond. As an applicant, you got access to over $25,000 worth of perks from the partners such as Google Cloud, HubSuite, Stripe, Airtable, and much more. So the MISC Global Forum is a flagship ongoing platform of the MISC Foundation, a nonprofit philanthropic foundation established to discover, develop, and empower the youth to become active participants in the knowledge economy. It brings young leaders, creators, and thinkers together with established global innovators to explore ways to meet the challenge of change. The next global partner is the Global Entrepreneurship Network, which operates a platform of projects and programs in 180 plus countries aimed at making it easier for anyone, anywhere to start and scale a business, fostering deeper cross-border collaboration between entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, policymakers, and organizations. The third co-host organization for the Entrepreneurship World Cup is the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, which works to prepare the next generation of leaders to be able to act as ethical global citizens and entrepreneurs in the face of the world's most daunting challenges. The organization is passionate about helping identify innovative leaders with strong values and then supporting them to develop to their full potential. Leading the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean is none other than Dr. Marcia Brandon of Caribbean Center of Excellence for Sustainable Livelihoods. The EWC set out to increase participation in this global competition throughout the Caribbean region to assure that our islands are well represented at this global event. COESL has joined forces with regional organizations to execute this mission and to host the Caribbean Regional Finals competition. These organizations include Gen Caribbean, COESL, Legrand Solutions, Red Diamond Compost, and Legrand Voyages. The national winner tonight for the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean Dominica 2021 will be competing against all the other Caribbean islands who have hosted their national competitions. And this event will be taking place on Sunday, the 25th of July, 2021 at 3 p.m. Eastern. The winner then of this competition will go on to Accelerator 2. So the EWC Caribbean winner will join Accelerator 2 with finalists from across the globe for a training and mentorship program. From this Accelerator program, the EWC global organizers will select the top 100 global finalists. These top finalists will receive an all-expense-paid trip to compete in the global finals on November 14th to the 18th, 2021 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So tonight, our question is from the judges is who will be the national winner who will go on to represent their country in these competitions. And one of them could definitely be either you, Miss Vanessa Winston, or Mr. Larry Cameron. So we are awaiting now the judges' results so that we can find out who is the national winner. And for now, we don't have the judges are not back yet. So I'm sure that they are still in deliberation, discussing, as both of you really gave them a run for their money. As Dr. Brandon so rightly said, you both brought really great presentations tonight. So we will be awaiting their results. Dr. Brandon, is there anything else that you would like to add as we wait?
At this stage, no. I think you've covered everything, Crystal, as usual, extremely well and clear. Again, I really want to say thank you to our two entrepreneurs who have sat up with us at 9:40, pitching to take it to the next level, which is to the regional finals and then on to Riyadh. I'm extremely excited that we have one sure winner going to Riyadh, and that for me, you know, I'd love more than one, but you know, I'll start with one.
A good start. A good start for this year.
It's an excellent start. And next year, of course, as we push Entrepreneurship World Cup, we are going to be calling on you, on both of you, and on our judges, all our partners in Dominica, to push this so that Dominicans know about it and that they can enter the competition and complete their applications and make the submission. Because what we find is that many people will actually sign up, but because there's so many things happening, they will sign up and say, okay, I'll go back in and do it. And then of course the deadline passes. So actually you could share with us how you number one heard about it, and number two, what strategy did you use to actually make sure you complete it? Miss Winston, you want to go first, and then Mr. Cameron?
Okay, well, for me, I think I saw it on Facebook. I think it's on Dr. Marcia's Facebook page. But apart from that, I saw it some time ago, and I saved the link, and then I was going through a reminder on Facebook. I'm like, but I wonder if they're having that thing again. So when I saw it on her page, I'm like, okay, let me try something. And I just
Absolutely.
made up my mind to just, I said to the children, okay, I'm going to finish that. And I want to just finish it and do it. So I actually stayed in on my bed for an entire day, just working on it. And just
Wow.
decide that I'm just going to go in there and complete it and move from it. So then I know that if because I'm the president of the association. I am a single mother. People who are doing CXC exam, who graduating from college, and all these things. Still
Yes.
volunteering with
Yeah.
DYBT mentorship and everything.
Right.
So I'm a
Right.
mover and a shaker. So
Wow.
I know that if I don't just get it done, I might, as you say, the deadline might have passed. So I just make up my mind that I'm going to focus on that, and I just blank off everything else, focus on it, and know that I was complete with my application.
Oh my Lord, congratulations. I can't even begin to think of all of those things you say you're doing. Superwoman, that is, I mean, oh my
Yes,
Lord.
you see, we need it. We need it. The Dominica need we need our young people need motivation. Our young people
Yes.
need,
Yes.
because remember, they are our future.
Yes.
They are our
Yes.
future, and I have a passionate for the youth. I guess probably because I'm a mother, and I've actually felt the sufferation.
Yeah.
So, and then I have a strong passion for the arts and craft, the creative industry,
Right.
and I've seen many with with real good talent have to give up their talents because there's not enough, innovation and not
Support.
enough avenue
Yeah.
and support for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I tried my best to be out there to see where and how we can make a difference, because I
Yes.
know that my children are the ones going to inherit whatever is left behind.
Yes, definitely. So thank you so much. And quickly, Mr. Cameron, how did you strategize to complete this, and where did you see it? Because I see that the judges are coming back in.
I actually found out about it from my wife, and
Awesome.
she really tugged at me to do it. She knew that I have like the idea. The entrepreneurship is something that is exciting to me, and she's pushing me. She's giving me help, and she's there with me. So I had that support. Sorry,
Awesome.
Winston.
That another superwoman, eh?
Yes. So Dominica is being led by super women. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, over to you, Crystal.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your feedback and your input. We are very happy to have you in this competition tonight. And as we see our judges coming back into the room, just let us know who has been selected to make the announcements of the national winner for the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean Dominica 2021. So who's making the announcement? You've already kept us in much anticipation here.
Hi, Krista. Good evening, everybody. We tried to keep to our time limit as best as possible. I think we were maybe 30 seconds over, but it was a hard one. Both candidates, we looked at your applications ahead of time. How you pitched it came back to what you had presented as well. It was very close, and it was a challenge in our determining. So one idea we found was very out of the box. The pitch was excellently done. We were a little concerned that the idea might be ahead of its time, but we always say you wouldn't be an entrepreneur if you weren't coming up with something new. The other pitch is very close to all of our hearts as well. We enjoyed it. The concept, we're familiar with it, and there's a lot of potential in that as well. However, we can't have two winners tonight, so it was an extremely close competition. I want to thank both Vanessa and Larry. You did a fabulous job. And if you're not the selected person tonight, just remember, don't stop. Keep going, because there's always going to be another opportunity. You're both very driven and determined individuals, and I know you both personally. So don't let this make you give up just because you lost by 1 or 2 points, okay? And with that said, Crystal, we're very proud to announce that Mr. Larry Cameron, who presented, let me make sure I can get the name of his project correct. The AP Transpo idea has been selected as our winner tonight. Vanessa, thank you again. Congratulations.
So in
Larry.
second place is Miss Winston. Woo!
Yes, congratulations to both of you.
Congratulations.
And Mr. Larry Cameron, any words now that you have found out that you are the national winner?
I am back to the breathing issue I had before I started. Yeah.
You're
Thank
back
you.
to me?
Yeah, it's exciting. So the heart is beating quickly. You know, that feeling. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Yes, Dr. Brandon, any last words as we close out this live presentation?
I want to congratulate Mr. Cameron, and listen, I think I want to invite Miss Thompson here to come around the rest of the pitches with us, because she has an excellent way of putting this thing out and making sure everybody understands that they are winners no matter what. So I really need her to be on the other.
We will add her as a judge for all the rest of the.
She needs to be a judge for all the other things, and she needs to be the judge who announces the winner. Boy, I wish I had you in Barbados.
We're still live, by the way. So
cut that. Anyway.
Okay, back.
Anyway,
as Dr. Brandon gets her thoughts together, are any of the judges wanted to give us any last words before we close out? If any of the judges have any comments to make, we are open to hearing from you.
No, I think it's a good idea to have Kira as a judge all through.
Absolutely.
Yes, she did well. Yes, I was. We are very
well.
proud. I mean, I will take the credit. I selected her. Remember that.
Yes, you can take the credit. Thank you so much, and thank you to all three of you for performing this service and really helping us to choose the finalists who will go towards the Caribbean, the regional finals, and for being here with us at this time, because we're a little bit over our time. But I want to again congratulate Miss Winston, and also big congratulations to the winner, Mr. Cameron. And we'll be in touch, because Miss Winston, you have won some in-kind prizes as well, and same for you, Mr. Cameron. So we'll be in touch with you on those, and further information on the finals as well. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight at the Entrepreneurship World Cup Caribbean Dominica 2021. As you heard it, we have selected our national winner for Dominica, Mr. Larry Cameron. We congratulate you, and we say much success as you continue your journey. Also to our runner-up, Miss Vanessa Winston, congratulations to you as well, and much success as you continue. Thank you and good night.